Okay, so let's talk a minute. How many of you are noticing this mirroring effect that's going on right now? So, with all of the awakening that's happening, all of the veils being lifted, the truths being seen here and there and everywhere, whether it's in your personal life or in the world at large, everything is completely the opposite of where you thought it was. Even for me, even for me, big lessons in all of this, lots of eye openers, right? But everybody around me is experiencing this. Everybody. People who thought that they had these people over here that were solid people were completely blindsided in realizing that they're really people that are over here that are stabbing them in the back, throwing them under the bus, doing things to them that they thought they would never do, right? And then they've got these other people over here that they didn't necessarily trust, they didn't necessarily think were good people, that they're finding out were actually the ones that were defending them and being there for them and really trying to support whatever they were experiencing in their life. And they couldn't see it until they saw that. Interesting. Interesting. Confucius got it right when he said, "May you live in interesting times." We are definitely living in some interesting times, folks. Definitely. I mean, even current affairs. Look at the world, right? The actors that you thought were good people, or the leaders that you thought were good people, and then you find out that they're really like totally the opposite of who you thought they were. And a lot of you, I won't say a lot of you, because probably my viewers know exactly what I know about stuff like that. They're pretty savvy. But I'll say that a lot of people in this world still have no clue just really who's bad and who's good. The ones that they thought were good aren't. And the ones that they thought were bad aren't. They were judging. It's a big wake up call for everybody to look at yourself. Look at how you've judged people. Look at how some people you gave too much trust and faith to that never even deserved it or literally earned it, right? And then there was these other people over here that you never gave any kind of faith to or trust or whatever. And they were trying to earn it from you the whole freaking time and you just couldn't see it. Couldn't see it. They were the good people. Mind blowing, eye opening, mirroring events happening. All of these couples that I know, right, that have had inner work to do or childhood trauma to release or still had lessons to learn in life or whatever, they're finding that they're with their twin flames in this karmic situation instead of in the way that it should be, right? Or soulmates in a karmic situation where they're locked into these contractual lessons until they learn them, one or the other or both. One or the other or both. You see, I teach clear boundaries. I teach self love. I teach self worth. I teach that, yes, you should be a good person. You should always, always want to be in service to others. But there has to be a time that you say, no, no more. I can't do this anymore. I can't help you anymore. I can't let you do that to me anymore. Whatever that is, right? Whether they take advantage of you, disrespect you, whatever it is, right? You can't allow it. You can't turn the other cheek and pretend that they're not that person sometimes, even if they're a perfectly good person on other times. You can't keep turning your cheek on those things. That's been a hard lesson for me, a very hard lesson. Because in my heart, the person I am, regardless of what you've done, I'll forgive you, even without you asking me to. I'll forgive you because that's what my heart does. I forgive. I don't hang on to anger. I don't hang on to hurt. I don't hang on to any of the, I don't cling, right? And again, 3-time Cancerian. I really had to learn how to take my pinchers off of things and quit trying to cling to them. Big lessons. And I don't do that. I don't cling to things. I don't try to control things. I don't harbor bad feelings. I understand from a higher perspective that people do things because they're still learning. So I forgive them naturally. But that doesn't mean that you should continue to let it happen. So, yeah, sometimes you have to keep your face forward and you have to be like Jesus in that church and turn over those tabernacle tables and say, enough, enough. Which leads me to my next point about self worth and how self worth and self love are an energy exchange. They are a currency, a current of energy that flows through you and alchemically is exchanged with the people that you allow in your energy. It's an energy exchange, it's an orchestrated musical dance of energy. Okay? What you put out, you get back. What you put out, you get back. Now, that doesn't mean what you put out into someone, you're going to get back from them. That's an unrealistic expectation. You give from your heart. So you're giving your currency to someone, to something willingly. Just like you pay for your groceries or pay a valet to park your car or give a waitress a tip, right? You're willingly exchanging your currency. You're willingly doing these things. So when you think about yourself and you think about your own self love and you think about your own self worth, where do you value yourself? Where do you? Are you willing to give, to contribute, to invest in your own self worth and self love? Or do you rob from that and render that bank account overdrawn in the red so that you can give and contribute elsewhere? Because everybody needs to keep their bank account in the green or in the black, is really how you say it as an accountant and such. You would say in the black. Um, so you should value yourself with that same level of worth that you value your bank account. You don't want your bank account in the red, causes all kinds of problems. You don't want your inner value in the red, causes all kinds of problems. Emotional, physical, relationship, social, the whole deal causes lots of problems. So value yourself where your worth truly is. And that actually goes hand in hand with all of this mirroring that I started out talking about, because all of this mirroring is for you to level up in soul growth. And how do you level up in soul growth? What does that mean? That means that you reflect inward and you learn to love yourself again, value yourself again, learn to understand who it is that you are again, to remember you as a co-creator, as a creator, as a child of God, an element of God, a piece of God. And this planet was created to be experienced in a joyful, happy, abundant, plentiful way. Somewhere along the line, and we don't need to focus on where it went wrong, just the fact that it did. The water got muddy, and the script got rewritten. And it's time to use that mirroring effect to our advantage and to flip the script. Take back the reins of where we go and our timeline, our planet, our history, our future, our everything. Because we decide. But everything's been so busy and so confusing that you forgot that you can be in control. So I want you to think about that. Sorry, dog hair gets me every time. But think about that and really ask yourself, where do you place your value in self? Is it at the same level with everyone else? If it's way above them, then that's ego and you need to bring it down. And if it's really low down there, then you're a people pleaser and there is something in you that needs healed so that you don't feel so consumed with needing acceptance from others. You have to accept yourself, honor yourself, be honest with yourself about who you are, good, bad, and ugly, good, bad, and neutral, really. Be honest with who you are. And then the things that you don't like, change them. The things that you really do like, hone them, honor them, embrace them, walk proud in them, and raise your value. Raise your property value. All right, that's what I got. Be well and be blessed in love and light.